Whenever you're uploading your data to the cloud, do you really have any idea where it's going? No, you don't, and that is why we're going to show you how to store your own data.
And we're going to be using the Zimaboard 2, which in our opinion, as people who are not super keen when it comes to networking, is a really easy way to build your own home networking where you can have your own self-hosting NAS and do some other media applications on your own network. And we're going to show you pretty much step-by-step how to do it with all the stuff we have right here. We're going to dive into that after word from today's sponsor.
When it comes to buying computers, laptops, PC parts, peripherals, you name it, the best place to shop around is today's video sponsor, Micro Center. And if you're in the market for some new Apple products, you're in luck because May is officially Micro Center's Apple Savings Month. They're running some deals on Apple products all month long. And one deal that caught my eye was this MacBook Air with the M5 chip. It's lightweight, has a great battery life, and is a really capable laptop for school, content creation, and work. And over in Ohio, Micro Center's Columbus store is getting a full remodel and will be celebrating a grand reopening later this year. Sign up ahead of time, you can grab a free 128GB flash drive when the store officially reopens, but don't worry, it's still open even during the remodeling. And if you're in Texas, here's some big news. Austin is getting its own Micro Center. They're doing another free 128GB flash drive over there as well, so definitely sign up ahead of time if you're nearby, and check out the store yourself to see how awesome Micro Center is in person. If you want to stay updated on everything happening in tech, including new hardware, store openings, and Micro Center events, be sure to check out Micro Center News. If you want to learn more about Micro Center and all their amazing deals and the store openings, check out the link in the description down below. Big thanks to Micro Center for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
So big shout out to Zima for sending over some of this stuff for us to play with, and this is a non-sponsored video, so hey, any problems we have along the way, we'll tell you guys about, but we got some used parts here, we got some new stuff as well, and we're keeping this thing pretty budget. We're talking under 600 bucks.
Now, obviously, prices are much higher right now, especially in the hard drive department. We'll talk about it here in just a second because of all the memory shortages and the AI demand going on right now. Even hard drives are in demand right now. It's absolutely crazy. I thought these things were just going to go into extinction, to be honest, but these hard drives are a bit more expensive. So we had to go in the used market to pick up a good price performance option, which is still pretty overpriced in my opinion, but they're two 4TB drives. We're going to be running in a RAID array, which we'll decide later on what we want to go with when we set everything up to give you 4TB of usable storage with some redundancy built in. And in theory, this could be a good way for you to start your own self-hosting journey if you guys want to get into it. That's a space that's really blowing up right now, and a lot of people are really trying to dive into it and learn everything they can. And also it allows you to help ditch some of those subscriptions that you may not want to use anymore, like specifically Google Drive, which if you do research this exact configuration, a Google Drive subscription will run you probably about $24 a month to get this configuration of storage, which over time, eventually this will pay for itself, coming in at $500. It'll take a little bit, but it'll get you into a cool hobby that you can learn and also save you money in the long run. But let's go and talk about the Zimaboard 2 that they sent over and how it's going to be the basis for this server.
So this box right here contains our Zimaboard 2, and if you couldn't figure it out, it's a very small setup. That's kind of what's cool about Zima stuff, is you don't really need a lot of horsepower to drive these NASs. You really just need something that can hold a basic operating system. So, you know, basic RAM, some basic storage, which this is just eMMC. It has this.
A strap?
I like that, it's fun. You could use this as a tourniquet if you wanted to. And look, it's in steps. We have a 1 and a 2. I don't think we can mess that one up.
And one thing I will show you is with the box for the Zimaboard 2, they package it like this in a very particular way to where you can actually repurpose the box as a stand for your Zimaboard and use like SSDs and stuff. As you can see right here, this is where your Zimaboard would go, and then you can put two 2.5-inch SSDs, just cut right there, and then you have a stand for your Zima that is environmentally friendly.
Yeah, that is that's super cool, and I love that they do that. Because you guys know, we built cardboard PCs here. We built PC cases and everything. We even had an old server that had a bunch of drives in it that was inside of a toaster oven. So this is super cool, very practical. And check it out, this is it right here. We have some heat fins, and the whole case is aluminum. So it's got some heft to it, but it feels really sturdy.
And the CPU inside this thing is the N150, which is just a 4-core, 4-thread, but realistically, you don't need much more than that to run a server like this. The model we have right here does come with 16 gigs of low-profile DDR5. It is the more expensive model at $349, and it does come with a wide range of different ports.
Yeah, and speaking of the ports, it's interesting. This reminds me, we were talking off camera, this is very similar to the concept of like a Raspberry Pi, which you could also use, by the way, or something like Latte Panda if you wanted something like Windows, you know, where it's not ARM-based. Hey, we got a nice little port selection. We have a DC power in, which is a barrel jack, so a little bit proprietary. We have 2 USB 3s, we have 2 Ethernet ports, and then for display, we have a mini DisplayPort 1.4. We actually have a PCIe, this is a 1X, right?
It is 1X, but it is Gen 3.
1X at Gen 3, but it does have the cutout, so you could technically use like a longer expansion card. 2 SATAs on the back, just standard SATA. And then I get, what is this port right here?
That should be the power that comes off to power SATA drives.
Oh, cool, okay. Makes sense then, that's all in the same spot.
And cool thing to know, the networking ports, by the way, they're both 2.5 gig, which is pretty sick. So that's good for transferring drives, and with hard drives, you'll still be able to fully utilize that 2.5 gig transfer throughput.
Here you go. It's set
done.
up and ready to go.
It's ready to go. But what we have, and I guess we'll go through here, this should have some of the accessories like the power cable and the power adapter to plug things up, along with screwdriver and an additional fan accessory, which you can use. I think right now it's in a fanless configuration, but you can add a fan if you feel like you need to do so.
So we get all the power adapters we can need. Let's see how many watts this thing can provide. Obviously, there's probably some pass-through as well, so it's going to be more than we need. 5 amp, 60 watts, so 12 volt, 5 amp, 60 watts total. That is extra wattage to power USB devices as well. It won't actually even use nearly that much.
And then that's clearly what you need for your hard drives.
So this is the part that plugs in for your power, and then it's cool. You got these, so they're like the dual. Just you plug them straight in, you're good to go.
And speaking of hard drives, I already kind of touched on this a little bit. The hard drives we went with are used hard drives that we picked up on eBay. We did pay a grand total of $159 for these 2 drives, which is a lot. And they are older Hitachi model drives that are from, look at this date right here, 2015. So this is not going to be the most ideal price performance thing. Realistically, if you want to copy this at home, dive into your local markets. Depending on where you live, you could find some old workstations or office PCs that have maybe like 2 terabyte drives or 4 terabyte drives that you could get for a decent price. But if you do go down the eBay rabbit hole, things are pretty expensive right now. So you just got to go into that knowing that. And also, if you have spare drives lying around, that could be a good way to start this up. But since we're trying to get more of a higher capacity practical use case, I bought these 2 from a refurbisher, and they look like they're in good condition. We'll see how well they hold up when we put them into our configuration, but going used is definitely the best option for this configuration.
You know what makes me sad is that PC Bros, I sold, no joke, a bunch of 4 terabytes, 2 terabytes, 1 terabytes. I sold probably 100 drives for like $150 like last year.
That person is making out. Nowadays, it's crazy. They're being, like, these data centers are taking out the really nice drives, which means the people who would maybe splurge on a nice drive now have to go down to the other drives, which is kind of having a trickle-down effect to where now the used market is absolutely soiled.
All right, and then we'll talk about some of the other stuff we got here. So this is so that we don't have to just use we could use the cardboard box, but we're like, let's get a little bit more fancy with it.
And also, it's not that expensive. It was $29 to get this extra accessory, which is a 2.5-inch drive mounting setup. It's a nice piece of aluminum. It matches our Zimaboard very nicely, and we can install the 2 drives in there and have everything in one very nice cohesive setup.
Ooh, and this is kind of reminds me of like Mac or Apple. It's very all aluminum as well. And isn't Ice Whale is Zima, right?
Yes.
Or they make Zima products.
They do make Zima products, yes.
Okay, so 2-bay hard drive holder. It's got a little rubber bottom, which is important for hard drives. They're going to have a little bit of vibration to them. Very clean. So I guess in theory we got 1, 2, and then is that so you could put another one on top?
This should be for mounting the actual Zima with those screws right here.
So basically, it's almost like you're taking the shell off,
and then you're just
long screws through
exactly.
It. That makes sense. That's going to be so clean looking. The all aluminum is actually really nice. The hard drives are also shiny. Let's see what else we get in here. Oh my god, we're gonna have too many screwdrivers, dude. What are we gonna do with all these?
We're gonna have all these screwdrivers. Goodness, Zima.
So these are your thumb screws to put your hard drives in, which by the way, I like that they did this. They give you full length slots. So for different size drives, maybe if you have a laptop drive, you could make that work in there. And then I'm not really too sure, what is this little guy for? Oh, is this so you can mount?
Yes, yeah. So look, you see, it makes it to where it runs off the front.
So their example is that's an Ethernet card, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's for this guy right here. This is literally a PCIe expansion slot, a riser.
So it'd come off your Zimaboard, go off to the side to where then you could put a GPU alongside it, or whatever expansion thing you want to put alongside it. You can. GPUs, like a really budget GPU, could be good for things like a Plex server where you need some media encoding. Definitely recommend that. Or if you need more networking, you do that. Or you get like a M.2 card as well off to the side just to get more storage.
This is what it looks like. So you just plug this into here, and you get pretty long actually. So you could run this. And then, add your little card if you want. You could add a graphics card. You could add another gigabit. I guess you could go 10 gig if you want to do something crazy.
I think it's even set up just based on the picture to do this.
To come all the way over.
So it can sit like right there, and then it all hides underneath there. So that's a cool option as well.
There's our screws, our extra length ones to be able to go through the aluminum here into our Zimaboard and keep it all held together. So there's that, and then we got one more box.
Yeah, one more accessory that I don't believe we will be using. Shout out to Zima, by the way. They sent a lot of cool stuff over for us to try out, but this is the one accessory I was telling you guys about. This is a PCIe to M.2 card. It's pretty cool.
Hey, we can always just add it on for future expansion, right?
So yeah, we can just get this whole setup ready to go. So whoever ends up with this at maybe PCBros.tech, that's probably where it's going to end up after this video.
Yeah.
You can buy gaming PCs and, well, server stuff as well. You can add some NVMe drives in here if you're willing to pay the money for them right now, and have even more storage on your server that'd be blazing fast.
Well, and a great thing you can do with this, which we have like in our Synology NAS and a couple others, you can use these as almost like your caching drive. So you could just get like, what, a 256 gig even for cheap. And what that'll do is while it's permanently writing stuff to your hard drive, it can temporarily really fastly read and write from the M.2. So that's a cool little thing, and it's gonna just look so nice sitting off to the side there.
Now, it's important to mention the cost I told you guys at the beginning did not include this. We are gonna add as an additional. This is $129 if you wanna add it yourself. So it is pricey for this expansion card, but if you already are going down the NVMe route or you have NVMe drives, I would imagine there's some third-party options that would be cheaper as well if you did wanna go down that route.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't even know if you really need all the fanciness going on here. I wonder if you could just buy a simple
You probably
M.2
could.
riser.
That's probably one of the accessories from them that I would say is pretty pricey for what you're getting. But hey, we have everything out. We just got to put this thing together now. This is going to be a little bit different because we're going to kind of just do it live, put everything together. Then from there, the beauty of it is this system comes with Zima OS pre-installed. If you guys saw our NAS that we use for our main video editing NAS here at the Toasty Bros, did a whole video on that. We built a massive multi-terabyte NAS. Zima OS was one we installed on there, which is a really good operating system that's super user-friendly, reason why we tried it. But this comes with Zima OS Plus pre-installed, which gives you a bunch of unlocked features that you don't have to pay for if you're building your own NAS and installing Zima OS. So all we have to do, in theory, again, sometimes with Toasty Bros videos, it's not really the case. We're gonna put all the drives in here, get everything hooked up, connect this to a network, power it on, and then through display out, we should be able to see an IP address that we can then remote in from a laptop and get access to the Zima OS dashboard, which from there, we can set up a RAID array and we're good to go. I'm gonna have Jackson do all of that, by the way, because I did this all by myself, and honestly, it was incredibly easy for what I thought it was gonna be. So Jackson, who has not done it himself before, I'm gonna have him do it and go through the process of somebody who's doing this for the first time to see how easy or potentially hard it is. Let's go and put this thing together.
This could go really good or really poorly, and I'm gonna use what they include, this little rinky-dinky guy. So first thing is I'm gonna go ahead and take these screws out because we're gonna need to mount this on top. And also, I wanna get that fan on top, which, wow, okay,
Are they really tight in there?
Oh, it hurts, Matt, it hurts.
I would say maybe hold off on the drill power there, Zima.
Yeah, they ugga-dugga these things in. Yeah, the good news is though, the new ones are
The same.
also Torx bit.
They're also Torx.
I thought maybe they're gonna be
That's kind of the
Phillips.
standard, I guess, in the whole space, just security, quote unquote, security things. They don't want you tearing apart, or at least not coming in with like, speed with a Phillips screwdriver to do it. Yeah, we're gonna use the LTT screwdriver. I knew that was coming.
I don't even
Which, by
think
the way,
it's-
we do use a lot, and we have a lot, and you can use our affiliate link down below.
We do use them a lot, but we don't have the bit. So.
It won't help you here, but it'll help you with a lot of other things.
Oh, but Matt,
you
I
can-
bet our other LTT mini precision set will have it.
You can get that too. LTT Store,
Yeah,
not a
this-
sponsor.
This should work because I think we got a little more torque. Let's see what size.
little more torque.
I'm gonna assume. All right.
Watch this. You're gonna be able to move this.
Oh, dude, look at the grip too. You ready?
Oh.
It's so easy.
Ooh. Nice.
Yep, nice metal clamshell. So this is the whole reason I took this apart. I'm actually taking the lid off because I want to throw this fan on there because I'm like, why not? I don't really understand exactly why it cools this specific part. I'm gonna guess.
the CPU's there.
Yeah, and I don't think I can take it off without taking those out. I'm sure we can find an internal. You know, McAllister, if we find a picture of it, let's put it on screen of what is right here. But basically, we just take this, assuming it's the right way, and then one screw there. Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Just a little single screw. I don't know if we're supposed to reuse the screw, and I'm just going to see if it reaches. Barely goes in. All right, whatever. I mean, I guess we don't really need it. There we go. We got a little fan. And are these magnets? Or no, those are just what hold it in, I guess.
Yeah, I saw these. I don't know what these are for.
Maybe you put them on the hard drive so it like ruins it.
Oh, you just ruin your data that way. That's cool.
You know what? There's threading on it. I don't
There's
know.
a magnet mount for something.
Magnetic mount or something? I don't know. Okay, well, fan's installed. We have these screws still out, so now this... Look at that. You know, I think it's interesting they don't just put the little connector you need like out a little bit, but I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason for it. So there's that. And at this point, I know we noticed that the screw holes are offset, so we don't want to do it like this. We want to do it like this, line up like that, to where it stays on top. But I don't really even think it matters that much, honestly.
Then you just flip her upside down, line it up, screw it in.
He made it. He built his own NAS.
There we
Congrats.
go. Very clean. I like how small the screws are. And we're mounted. This thing looks crazy. Like, I feel like if you didn't do networking, which I'm kind of in that boat, I would look at this and be like, what is this?
It is pretty crazy looking. So now next we want to add this little adapter.
Yeah, because why not, right? Okay, so this part's easy.
And then it should go underneath.
And then this, I noticed, has screw holes there. So I'm gonna assume, let's think here, because we're gonna need to do low profile bracket.
Which I can work on that.
Nope.
Like that.
Like that? Yeah. That makes sense, right?
I think so.
Oh, these are like feet.
Oh, yeah, look. See,
Yeah.
I found it. Yeah.
To keep it, I guess the idea then is you'd want to put on something magnetic, which is a little goofy, but okay. So we take these, put them through like that.
And then you put the feet on.
And then we put these little magnetic feet on, which, like I said, if you don't have something magnetic, I don't even know if this is the right screws. I kind of just pick these. They are, okay. And then we take the other one. Okay, so this is mounted. We got our little magnetic feet. If you have a wooden table like us, I mean, it's more of just feet, really. But this is going to hold it in once we get the hard drive in. So, Matt, we're swapping out to low profile because that's what actually fits on here properly. I don't know why I said it like that. Properly? Okay, I realize, Matt, we can't put this on just yet, because then it's going to make it hard to get those thumb screws in.
Okay.
So it probably makes sense for us to do
drives.
the hard drives now.
All right, here we are.
And obviously those are going to get plugged, so the SATA needs to face this way.
Yes.
Go ahead and take that.
So they don't have the traditional like slide-in trays. They kind of just like that actually. That's a good thing we added this, because in theory it'd be a little more painful to go back and have to undo that just to put that extra piece on.
Yeah, and since we're not even going to use, we're not going to put NVMe's in this for now. We're not going to like add it onto the price. It's really just they sent it and we're like, well, we want to demo it for them, you know?
We're not in an SSD market right now. Can't afford those. What are you talking about? SSDs?
We barely could afford these hard drives.
Barely could afford hard drives. Crazy.
Apparently, I should have freaking kept them. I should have known it was going to be like gold. Okay, so we got those ones in. I guess we have one more, so let's just go ahead and put this one in too. Okay. Since our drive's just going to completely...
Yeah, it's going to look so cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like Matt and I love building mini ITX PCs. I feel like mini NASs have that same appeal. They're just very fun to build, to look at. It's fun telling people like, oh, this is 8 terabytes of storage, and it's the size of a hard drive, basically.
It does go without saying, you could build something a lot cheaper. I would say a lot. The drives are still going to be your limiting factor. If you have like an old office computer, you can install Zima OS, throw drives in, you're good to go. If you want to just get started, this is kind of a clean, honestly for the price, pretty cool thing you can throw together.
Yeah, if you already have the drives, then it's really not much at all. And by the way, if you guys really like this video, I know Matt and I've talked about it. If you guys want to see us do like an old office PC and throw some drives in it, let us know. So far, this is pretty easy. I mean, this is funny. We're doing this just on pictures. It's probably not going to work since we did that, but no instructions
Normally,
so far.
it's just not going to work when that happens.
Okay, so I have all 4 screws in. The hard drives are very sturdy. This thing's getting heavy. And now I can take this, pop it like that. And I'm realizing the one thing that they don't give you a screw and a nut, do they? So how about we go all out here, Matt, and we provide our own.
Yeah, they don't give you a screw.
It is weird that they don't give you something to actually...
Take you on a date and they don't screw and nut.
Wow. Yeah, I think this would be nice. Got a little stainless steel, kind of keep up the aesthetic. A little stainless steel, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Uncle Rob lost his job. Why is this so crooked? Is this just too tall? Oh, and then just comes out of the slot. All right, I had Matt pull me up the picture again because I did a goofy. I just need to put this up top because our card's going a little crooked right now, and that's why.
Yep, so this little expansion or the riser card needs to sit on top of the bracket, not underneath it. All right, she's built, baby.
Dude. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
All right, I'm going to get that portable
I like how much longer the card makes this whole setup. That's another reason why I'm like, I wonder if I feel like there has to be some cheaper. This must be doing something. I don't know what is under here. It encodes, I'm gonna guess.
Did this thing come with an adapter all for mini DisplayPort? Because I don't know what the hell
you know what's funny? You were talking earlier, and I was thinking making that joke, and I forgot to make it. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna have a way to see it.
Let's just try plugging it up, put it on there, and I should be able to see it in Network and Discovery, and then I could use that as a way to get to the actual IP. Because normally what I do is when you boot up and you look at the display out, it loads everything up, and then it says, to access your Zima drive, here's your IP address.
We could also even, just, if we had to, plug it straight into the laptop, right? Ethernet?
Think that would work. Let's just try powering it on, plug it up to the network, see if it pops up in our Network and Discovery options. And if that works, then we're good.
Okay, so...
Oh, we don't want these powered. Yeah. Just remove all of that. We got to power the hard drives.
The drives aren't even plugged in. All right, last step. Oh, all right. There we go.
Once we hook this up, it's going to get assigned an IP address, and there's a chance when we move it to a new location, it's going to get a new IP. So we'll have to remap everything once we actually move it. But just for the sake of trying to configure this and see if we can have access to everything via the online dashboard on here, we should be able to hook this up, power it on. It's hooked up via Ethernet, and it should pop up in our network and discovery options. If it doesn't, we need to find some way to get mini DisplayPort working, which we used to have adapters, but I don't know if we still have one. Oh, literally powered on. Okay, so it has a little bit of noise, nothing crazy.
I'm questioning if this is doing any. Zima, what's the point of this thing?
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that is. I'll be real with you. We'll also watch our networking activity because right now we don't have anything going yet, so it's probably in the initial boot up. We'll give it a little bit, we'll check back in, and then I should be able to access it. But while we're doing that, I'm just going to look and see if I happen to find a mini DisplayPort adapter because we used to have those for those weird graphics cards.
Oh, we got network lights.
It's doing something.
Now, is this gigabit or is it more?
They're both 2.5 gig.
2.5 gig. Nice.
Yes. All right, so it popped up a Zimaboard 2. Let's see if this will just allow me to. Can I open a new tab? Can't access Zimaboard 2. Okay, cool.
So fun fact, we actually do not have the mini/micro DisplayPort that you need to actually be able to hook this up to a monitor. So we're going to run it in headless mode where we don't use any of that. We just run it through Ethernet, and then you can use a different device to actually get this thing set up.
And there's our IP. We'd have never guessed that.
What is this app called?
So this is the Zima desktop client. So you basically install the Zima desktop client. This will allow you to then find devices on your network to where you can access it. You can also, again, if you do go with a monitor, you'll get an IP, like I mentioned at the beginning, that you can access. You will see that IP that it was assigned, the local IP address. So we're going to connect, and now it's going to load up into our Zimaboard setup. Jackson, set it up.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually never set up a NAS before. You've done like every single one of them.
The best part is it's a very user-friendly experience. You create a username. What do we want to call this one? Toasty Jack.
Actually, wait, hold on. I'm like really claiming it. That was
I mean, you can claim it. You seem like that's.
You want it, Jackson.
You want it.
Yeah, so I don't have. Matt has a NAS, and he's always talking about it, and this one just looks so cool, so I kind of want it.
He's claiming it now.
So let's call this Zima 2 Toast for now. I like that, Zima 2
This
Toast.
will be, just so you know, this will be your login. It won't be what it looks like on the network.
Okay.
So you would name it separately on the network when you make a shared folder. So it's whatever you want to do.
Okay, so introducing Zima OS, combine hard drives, releasing your storage space using RAID 0, 1, 5, used independently. So it's kind of giving you almost like what you could do. Manage assets, we can do backups, we can access anytime, anywhere using the remote login with the Zima client. I think they might have an app for it on your phone. Install your favorite stuff on here. So you can install apps and stuff too to do other things.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it before. One fun thing you can do is you can actually make a Minecraft server on this, which is pretty cool.
It's cool.
We already have the client installed, so you won't necessarily even need that.
Skip this.
So you can close that out. So right now we're in the File Explorer section, which this is basically just showing the files on the eMCC storage right now, because all you're seeing is available 42 gigabytes or whatever. I don't know why I took you there first, because you do need to kind of go through the setup of building the RAID that's not in here. So we'll go back here. Smart connector, automatic between different networks. Talking about the remote access. I guess just telling you how the remote app works. So right now, you're on your main app desktop. You basically see your apps and everything you can install. We want to make a storage pool.
Okay.
So you can figure out where to go from here.
Oh, all right. Create storage, combine, or enable your disk.
Beautiful.
Zima storage, so we just press start.
Yep. All right, so do you want combined use or RAID array, which means you're taking the two drives and doing that, or single use, which means you just pick a single drive?
Well, we have two drives, so I want to combine them.
Yep.
Oh, here's the fun. So we have flexible, safe, and balanced. So RAID 5 would give us 66% of the total capacity.
But it's also showing you that you can't actually even run that right now because it says the minimum amount of disks, 3.
Oh.
So it's showing you can do that, but really the only one you can do is RAID 1.
And that's why these are grayed out.
But it gives you the option to where, hey, if you go back and add another drive, you could run RAID 5.
And something that we learned in high school with networking is RAID 0 is basically mirroring. Striping? Striping, so combining multiple drives. So if you had two 1 terabytes, it would just show up as one 2 terabyte drive, which is very old, outdated. If one drive goes bad or a sector, the whole array breaks. RAID 0 basically just takes one drive, has it as backup. The other drive is the actual drive the stuff's getting read and written to.
So and then one of them dies, you have the ability to put in another drive and nothing happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
And there's your two drives.
They're both there, that's
That's important.
So just do recommended
Yep,
option.
and which will probably just select both of them, which means you have 4 terabytes of usable storage.
I like how they give us like
and
a
it
little,
shows you the protection and redundancy. Okay.
And we can name it.
Name this storage array. What are you going to call it?
It's called Toasty.
Toasty. And this is saying it's going to erase everything, which there's nothing on the drives, which is totally fine.
And I'm aware.
He's aware. And now it's going.
Now you get to hear the drives, hear if they're being naughty. Oh, I can feel it, dude.
Oh, they're working.
Oh,
And just like that, well done. You now
was
have
really
a 4
quick.
terabyte storage array. So now it's going to take you back to this file folder, and you can see here's your Toasty setup here.
So in theory, I can just say, let's.
There's one more step you have to do before you can access it.
Really?
So what you'll need to do first is create a shared folder within here, which means you go up to this top corner, there's that little folder button. Not that. Close out of that. The folder next to it.
Oh.
Yeah, so new folder. We're going to call it whatever. Yeah, this could be your backup folder. The thing is, you make the actual storage pool, which is called Toasty, and then you have a folder that's the shared folder that you can access on your network. And then all you gotta do is right-click on that. This is where it is a little complicated, but once you know, it works very easily. Hit Share via Samba. Now you can go down to Create, and then there is your Windows Explorer. So the same thing, you know how with the other one, you go into File Explorer, you copy and paste it in there, then you can access it.
I was typing in the username with no caps, and it is case sensitive, fun fact. So we were able to finish setting up through the app here. Oh, and look, now that it's signed in, it's like a nice little small widget in the corner. And then it basically said, do you want to mount the drive? We pressed yes, and now there it is. So obviously, once again, redundancy, RAID 1. You're only going to see 4 terabytes, a little less than that with however Windows and all that does the compaction. And then for some reason it shows us this too, which this is the actual 64 gigabyte eMMC storage. I don't really know why I guess you can get to stuff here, which is cool.
You could, and I know some people, if you use Zima OS on your own, sometimes you get a nice like SSD that you could use as another drive as well in theory, but there you go. Now you have access to it, which you could just drag some files to there if you want to.
We don't even need this folder.
No.
I think we can just go straight in. So
you go straight
let's
into
try-
Toasty, yeah.
I think we probably have some OBS recordings.
Yeah, we go to videos.
Let's see, videos. Let's do, so this is over Wi-Fi, so...
Yes.
You know what?
We'll try it. We'll just stress
Let's
test
go to
it.
full 4 gigs. It's really our Wi-Fi that's going to be the...
Limiting factor.
Yeah.
And also the networking on this is definitely gigabit. It's not 2.5 gig. If this is set up to somewhere where you would utilize 2.5 gig on both ends, you'll see higher throughput. So do keep that in mind when we do this test transfer.
Here we go.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's
for in
better.
here...
That's better than I thought. We're actually getting 60 megabits per second right now.
What was our Wi-Fi? Didn't we get...
2.
Yeah, we
at
only
one
got 2 megabits per second download, and we're transferring a 65 megabytes per second, so it's actually pretty good on Wi-Fi.
And it's going directly to our drives. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, not super warm. A little bit warm on the top, but not like hot. I will say, with no drives in, this thing is like hot. So I don't know what exactly this does, but it's kind of funny that it's so warm right now.
Okay, so this is transferring. We're not seeing any hiccups. We'll just keep going in the background while we're doing that. And the last thing,
hear
you
it.
can hear the hard drives
Just
working.
a little bit, not much.
Not too bad. This is the last thing we can do is I'll show Jackson some of the things. If you go into the App Store,
Oh, that's real. I like how we can see utilization, CPU and RAM.
you can see utilization, see what's happening on the network currently, so you can see the network.
16 gigs of RAM?
It does have a lot of RAM, which I think is honestly overkill for this setup, but that overkillness gives you the ability to go into the App Store and install a bunch of different apps. So there's so many different things. So we got Jellyfin, we got Plex servers, Pi-hole, which is something we basically connect to your network, you get network-wide ad blocking. So anything that accesses your network will get ad blocked on that level before it goes through.
Right.
Don't do that for us, guys, because we gotta make money somehow.
We need the money.
Make some money somehow. There's a bunch of other programs too. There is one, I don't remember the specific name of it, but there is a Minecraft server one on here, so you can build a Minecraft. Maybe it is just called, let's see, Crafty or MineOS. So you can do either one.
MineOS is a huge one.
You install it on here, you build a server on it, and the hard drives would obviously keep the data and the CPU would run it, and you could just have a server running as well. Obviously, Jackson's favorite thing in the world, OpenClaw AI. So you can host your own AI, all jokes aside, but that is one thing you can do with these in theory. This ain't gonna have the horsepower for it, but you can't host that stuff. And
So this is all just Zima apps, basically?
you just install them and try
That's
them.
crazy.
Just like a phone or a tablet or whatever. You just get whatever you want. You can try it. One of them I know is you can do photo backup, which is good for things like your phone. Instead of using iCloud, you can photo backup to here of the same app on your phone that you would on here. And there's just a bunch of them. There's a bunch of different apps. Do so many different things. Plex is obviously very popular for video streaming, but in the use case of replacing Google Drive, you've already accomplished it. You install the app on your phone, you can transfer stuff from there. Install the app on all your PCs, you can transfer stuff from there, get it mounted. I mean, you're just up and running.
Yeah, I mean, I can keep on scrolling for days. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
That's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean,
I mean, honestly, this did feel like one of those videos going into it where it was going to be like, we're going to spend hours troubleshooting it, and we don't have to, because what's nice about this is since it is pre-installed with Zima OS, we didn't have to do any of that installation stuff. I think that's kind of the glorious part about like Synology, Zima, and there's so many other Latte Pandas. A lot of them, they design these. Like they're meant to be DIY NASs. So it's not like just buying an old Optiplex and making one yourself. That can get a little complicated.
So if you guys are looking to try to build your own NAS, obviously there are cheaper solutions where you get an off-the-shelf like old Office PC and upgrade it, but you can install Zima OS on that as well. That is an option you can do, and we could do in a video, so let us know down below. But if you do want this stuff, the Zimaboard 2 is really cool, and we just touched on the Surface. We've barely touched on the Surface, to be correct, on what you can do with this device. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of our setup.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, if you didn't know, PCBros.tech, we actually can build stuff like this for you guys, and we've actually sold some Zima stuff and some Latte Panda stuff there as well.
PCBros.tech, you can buy a gaming PC, or again, stuff like this occasionally pops up at PC Bros. Definitely check out the PC Bros marketplace for really cool tech items at great prices. Use code ToastyBros on checkout, you will save 3% on your next purchase.